Meet Mahjong, Chinese Mahjong, how to play. The object of the game is to be the first player to win 2 rounds. The object of each round is to fill all 3 game board sections with a set or run. A set is 2 or 3 identical tiles. A run is 3 tiles in the same suit in sequential order. Dragon tiles cannot be used in runs and may only be placed on the smaller game board. Remove the joker tiles as they will not be used. Then, mix up the remaining tiles face down on the table. Give each player 2 larger Chinese Mahjong game boards and 1 smaller board. Give each player a player screen, which they use to keep their boards and tiles hidden from their opponents. Each player takes a win token and places it next to their boards red side up. Each player takes 7 tiles from the middle and places them face up on any matching spaces of their game boards. Tiles do not need to match the suggestions printed on the boards. The youngest player goes first, then play proceeds counterclockwise. On your turn, draw 1 tile from the middle and add it behind your screen. If you have completed the final set and/or run, you must call out Mahjong and you win the round. If not, then you must discard a tile face up to the center, calling out that tile's name. A discarded tile is called a thrown tile. When a tile is thrown, all the other players get a chance to call that tile. You can only call a tile if it gives you Mahjong or completes a set or run on your board. You are only allowed to call the most recent tile thrown. When you call, you must specify what you are calling. If more than 1 player call at the same time, then the tile goes to the player in this priority. First priority is to a player who would have a Mahjong. Second is to a player who would complete a set. Third is to a player who would complete a run. If multiple players tie for priority, then the tile goes to the player closest to the throwing player in the counterclockwise turn order. When you receive a called tile, then you must slide your set or run to the top of your board, then push the board underneath the player screen to reveal the set or run to the other players for the rest of the game. If you complete a set or run without a called tile, then the board is not slid under the player screen, but instead remains hidden. When a player claims a thrown tile, unless they have a Mahjong, the order of play immediately skips to them, and it is their turn. After revealing their set or run from the call, they must then discard a tile to the middle and end their turn. This process allows for some players' turns to be skipped. If the thrown tile is not called, then the tile remains face up on the table and may no longer be drawn or called. You are allowed to rearrange your tiles whenever you want and however you want, unless they have a called tile and were revealed. Then, that set or run may not be changed. Play then passes to the next player counterclockwise. The first player to complete a set or run in each of their 3 different boards does not discard their final tile, but instead yells Mahjong and wins the round. The winner flips their win token over to the green side. Gather up the tiles and mix them up and play another round, with the starting player rotating counterclockwise by 1. The first player to flip their win token from the green back to the red wins the game.